Having some internet challenges, some subluxations in our connection here. So thank you for your patience as we're getting on. I'm actually recording from my phone right now. That's why we have options here, right? So the deal is focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't control. And remember to breathe. My dad taught me this once, is halt. Don't get too hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. So when you find yourself in one of those states, these frustrations will be amplified. So make sure that you're not hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. So, all right, cool. I can't see who's actually checked in. We got a couple people that have checked in. That's awesome. Thank you for joining us. If you would, give us the thumbs up, give us the heart right there. That would be really awesome. And then feel free to post your questions that you may have. Hey, Dr. Travis. Hello, Lynn. Post your questions in the chat box, and then I'll see about getting to those. So, got a lot in store to cover here today. Look at that beautiful background right there in Vienna. Clouds rolling in. Okay. Thank you all for submitting your questions. I got a lot to cover, short amount of time, so we'll jump in here. I have to show you this shirt. The shirt's pretty cool. Just Dr. Travis and I got this gift today. So you see right here, I crack people up. No truer words have ever been spoken than that. That's the truth right there. So Sean, Brittany, thank you so much for your kind gift. Really appreciate it. It's really awesome. So, okay, let's dive in. And just want to set the frame here is that this is a resource. This is a guide. This is a tool here for you to be asking myself, Dr. Travis, ask your most pertinent questions. How can we help serve you outside of the office? You're here in the office getting your spine checked, getting your nervous system and the power turned back on to help support your health, especially your immune system, especially during this time of year and with everything that's going on, which is fantastic, helping to minimize the stress in the body. So we take care of that in the office. But what are we doing outside of the office? How are we helping to support your chiropractic adjustments? So I want to know what your questions are. So I'm going to go through the most popular questions receiving this week. And number one is people have been so focused on talking about the strength of the virus and nobody's talking about the strength of the host. I'm here taking a stand and we are changing that conversation. So we've created this resource here for you. If you haven't downloaded it yet, then it's in your resource box here on this Pure Chiropractic Tribe private Facebook group. That you download that and make sure you're hanging it up in your environment. Post it on your refrigerator, post it next to your workstation, post it on the bathroom mirror, somewhere where you're going to see it, review it. Repetition is key here. So learning this and getting it over and over and over helps keep us focused on making sure that our behaviors are lined up with our results that we're looking to achieve with our health and our well-being. So what it is, simply, it's called the top 10 list. The top 5 items on here, if you're not doing them, start doing them. This will help strengthen your immune system. If you're not doing these 5 things, you're compromising your immune system, period. The bottom 5 right here is this stop doing. So if you're doing these bottom 5 things, stop doing them because they're compromising the immune system. And there's one thing that keeps coming up over and over and over in regards to this start doing, stop doing list. And we're going to address specifically, it has to revolve around sugar. You see that when you are stressed, and we've already established this last week, is that modern life is unnaturally stressful. And then you take the events going on in the world today, and that unnaturally stressful modern world becomes what? What do you think? Is it more stress or less stress? Go ahead, type it in, more or less, right? More or less in the chat box down below. You're exactly right. There is more stress going on today than probably ever before than you've been experiencing. So what happens is that when we're under stress, our physiology changes. And when our physiology changes, our patterns of behavior change. Specifically is that what your body, when it's under a lot of stress, it looks for quick energy sources. This is where the sugar, the processed sugar, comes in. Ever wonder why You wanting, that's right, Dr. Travis, more stress. You ever wonder why when you're under more stress, your appetite changes? That you start eating things that you're not normally eating? That you go to have like one cookie and the next thing you know, the box is gone? Or then you're grabbing some potato chips and then the bag is gone? This is because your body is trying to get quick fuel sources, which aren't necessarily the healthiest fuel sources for us. So therefore, with all this stress going on, people have been self-admitting that they've been eating and consuming more than usual. So what does that sugar do to us? Is that consuming processed sugar paralyzes your immune system for 4 hours. I want to repeat that just to make sure you heard this, is that when you consume any processed sugar, it paralyzes your immune system for 4 hours. That means that you as the host are more susceptible to any germs that you may encounter. And remember, I love this question, is that do flies cause garbage? I want you to think about this. Do flies cause garbage? Absolutely not. Flies do not cause garbage. Flies show up suitable environment for them to thrive. So I'm going to have you consider is that all our day-to-day activities are either moving us more towards health and wellness, or they're pulling us away towards health and illness, moving us more towards illness, disease, so on and so forth. So when you're under stress, your body is craving more of that sugar. And when you have more sugar, the body wants more sugar. So it starts to create a craving. Here's the problem. So we talk about making sure that you keep your vitamin C levels up. And so when you're consuming vitamin C and sugar have a very similar molecular compound structure there. Let me just see if I can't just get the light down just a little. Vitamin C and sugar have a very similar molecular structure, and that they compete same receptor on the cell. And can you guess what has the higher affinity for that cell, which means that what molecule gets preference? You're right. It's the sugar, because your body is looking for a quick fuel source. So that means the vitamin C is blocked. So you might even be consuming vitamin C, but your vitamin C is not absorbed into the cell. Can't get in because the sugar is there. So therefore, your immune system becomes compromised. In reference to sugar also, this has nothing to do with sugar, but it has to do with an analogy, is that what does sugar do to your teeth? It causes them to rot and decay a lot faster. Well, consider that a sedentary lifestyle does the exact same thing to your spine and nervous system as what sugar does to your teeth. So as we're talking about the stop list, is that we're talking about not sitting the whole day, like movement is required. And I know that over the last 3 weeks, my clients have been struggling with their gym memberships being put on hold. They used to be settled into a routine and going to do things. You're either going to find yourself in that type of category where you used to be exercising and now you're a fish out of water, wondering what you should be doing or how you could be incorporating more exercise into your day-to-day lifestyle. Or then now you've gone from the extreme of not exercising and then you're exercising almost 24 hours a day. You know who you are. So we need to have some moderation and to figure out what we can be doing that serves us well. As we talk about the stop doing list, we need to be moving. We need to start moving. And so somebody was asking, well, all right, I exercise in the morning. I'm finding like I'm walking more. Like, I know that sitting is the new smoking, but is it okay to actually sit throughout the day? Well, absolutely. It is okay to rest. Our hunter-gatherer ancestors did not walk around foraging all day, every day. There was time for rest. But what I'm recommending and suggesting are YWTL exercises. So we're going to make sure that we include the YWTL exercises as a resource. So that would be this right here. So I'm not going to spend much time explaining it. Dr. Travis is going to be doing a presentation and a demonstration on this, so stay tuned to that. But we're going to upload this sheet into the resources box there, so you have another tool, another asset that you can start implementing into your life. And by the way, if there's anybody at home, a spouse, partner, loved one, any of your children that you could share this information with, I've been hearing more and more of my clients talking about sharing this information with a spouse, a loved one, their children. And these are all great activities that the whole family can be participating in. And if your family member is not in the area or live in the same house, that's cool, is that you can send, God bless technology, you can send this information to them. Send them the link to join our tribe for all things health and wellness. Love to have them come in. So do these and then start teaching another. That's how you really become a master of it. So that's pretty much it on the top 10 list that I'm going to say. I wanted to share with you kind of along the vitamin C. I know this is going to come as a shocker, but I just read an article in the news saying is that doctors are recommending vitamin C and vitamin D amid the COVID crisis to help strengthen the body and the host and help strengthen the immune system. Well, this is what we've been preaching from day one. And not only day one here, this is about a healthy lifestyle that we're talking about. Is that you see that you start to get really exposed during these moments. Is that, have you been doing the work? Have you been taking care of your body the way that you should be caring for it? So that if it does encounter some sort of germ, it knows what to do. So vitamin C is great. You can get that through your citrus fruits. And then you can also supplement with vitamin C. Another thing to do to alkalize your water, CN2, is take some purified water. Alkaline water would be great. Then cut a half a lemon, a half a lime, and then squeeze half of that into your water. Even though it's acidic, it has an alkalizing effect on your digestive system. So highly recommend that. So that's another tip, making sure that we're drinking plenty of water, we're getting in the vitamin C. What is the best source of vitamin D? Okay, source of vitamin D is right there, sunshine, okay? So getting out, and we need to be having 30 minutes in the sun, specifically with short sleeve and then wearing shorts. That much skin exposure to be able to get adequate vitamin D. But look, we're just coming in off the winter, and I guarantee that a majority of you, your vitamin D levels are already low, and you have no idea. But you may be experiencing symptoms of low vitamin D. And one of the symptoms could be a weakened or compromised immune system. Let's make sure we keep our vitamin D levels up. Getting outside is best. The reality of our lifestyle today is that we're just not outside enough. I know when we're at home, schools are closed, we have more opportunities, so that's a possibility to be getting out. But the second best way, does anybody know the second best way we teach what the research shows to get your vitamin D? If you said cod liver oil, you're exactly right. So over the last few weeks, your chiropractic adjustment, we've been given the daily dose of vitamin D up at the front desk. That's in the little container, the 4 capsules of omega-3 fish oil. It includes cod liver oil. That is the best way to be boosting your vitamin D levels. So if you haven't picked that up yet, make sure you pick that up next week within the office. Okay? If you mention the cod liver oil, the vitamin D supplement next week when you're in the office, mention you heard me talk about it on this Facebook Live video, it get an additional 20% off. Is that cool? Because I want to reward good behavior. And the behavior is seeking knowledge, help us become more educated about what to do and what to avoid outside of the office. So we're not just living symptom-free, that we're living to our optimal state of health and wellness. And there's a huge gap and a huge difference between being symptom-free and being optimally healthy. So what we're teaching here is about how to thrive, not just survive. So keep the vitamin C, keep the vitamin D levels up. This will help strengthen the immune system. Let's see. What else do we have here? Okay. I had a question today by a gentleman during his adjustment. He was asking, hey, doc, is it normal to sweat during and after an adjustment? I don't know. Maybe you have experienced this too. Sweaty palms, sweaty torso, start to feel your face get flushed, the neck get flush. And I'm here to tell you that is absolutely normal during and after an adjustment. And this is very relevant to our conversation today, is the physiologic changes that distress is causing in our body today. You see, you have the autonomic nervous system, and there's two categories of the autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system is the nervous system that controls automatic function in your body. Think about all your hormones, your glands, your organs within your body, your blood vessels. And if you're under more stress, your body perceives threat in the environment, and your physiology changes to adapt to it. It's called your sympathetic fight or flight stress response. So you have your autonomic nervous system, and below that is two categories. One is your sympathetic fight or flight, and then the other one is the parasympathetic rest and digest. So when you're getting adjusted, this is completely influencing your autonomic nervous system. So when you are stressed and you're under the fight or flight stress response, you may notice that your hormones, the stress increase, the cortisol. So that can also cause those sugar cravings, the high carb cravings. The next thing that you might notice is your adrenaline goes up, which then heightens your awareness in your environment. You might notice your blood pressure, your heart rate, your breathing increase during all this. Your blood lipids start to increase. So in case you get injured or there's a wound, your body has clotting factors. So think about that. Heart rate goes up, your breathing goes up, blood lipids go up, your blood sugar goes up, your clotting factors go up. That to me sounds like a recipe for heart attack, stroke, diabetes, all these chronic conditions that millions of Americans are suffering from. And make no mistake about it, is with those chronic conditions, your immune system is compromised, period. So when you're hearing about the people who are dying from COVID and an compromised immune system, it's the lifestyle habits that have been building up for years that have led to this moment in time. So heart disease, stroke, diabetes, obesity, okay? Those are all negative consequences of negative high stress levels in our lives over weeks, months, years, probably decades for most. And I know we're waiting for the perfect pill to come save us, but I could tell you Big Pharma's been putting out the pills, and every year there's supposed to be the breakthrough, but yet as a society we are getting sicker and sicker. And the clients that I serve do not want to be on more pills. Part of the nervous system is the parasympathetic nervous system. So as we adjust your spine, we help to adapt and tone down the sympathetic part of the nervous system, so that now the parasympathetic nervous system can turn on, which is your rest and repair. This is what controls sleep patterns. This is what controls serotonin that helps with sleep, but also the happy chemicals in the brain. This is what helps control your digestive system, your breathing, and most importantly in this conversation, your immune system. So when you're getting adjusted, the adjustments helps to down-regulate the fight or flight sympathetic stress response and to up-regulate the parasympathetic rest and repair response. So now there's more of a balance and equilibrium in the body. so your physiology can function normal. And therefore, when you encounter a germ or digest food and things like that, your body is better prepared to do that function. So this is all relevant because we're talking about specific, empowering you with specific lifestyle habits to be practicing outside of the office. And I use that word practicing and not perfecting. You could work towards perfection, but I want to let you know perfection is not the goal. There's a difference between progress and perfection. And all we're asking for is move the needle and towards progress towards your ultimate health and wellness. It's a process here. If it took time for your body to get sick over weeks, months, years, it's going to take time for your body to heal over weeks, months, years. It's no different than exercise. If you're exercising regularly and routinely, you're getting the benefits over time. What happens if you stop exercising? Do you just hold your progress up to that point? No. You start backsliding. Same thing happens when we start missing our visits or skipping appointments. So part of the best results that we can offer you, Dr. Travis, myself, and the team here, is the three-legged stool. Number one, keep your appointments in rhythm. Whatever your frequency is, keep your appointments in rhythm. If you have any questions or concerns about the safety of coming in our office to receive your chiropractic adjustments, please reach out to me. I want to be able to answer those questions for you. The next thing is break bad habits. Well, a good place to start with this is our top 10 list right there. The next thing is doing specific spinal exercises to help strengthen those posture muscles so that our day-to-day sitting, standing, working, doing our activities, our muscles can better support our spine to help adjustments better. Next question that I have is, hey doc, what's the difference between warm laser and cold laser? You know, I'm getting some warm laser done to my knee. I've heard people talk about cold laser. What is the difference? Well, specifically, is using a specific wavelength of light to get into the cell to help stimulate cellular healing. We have a warm laser, which is a very powerful laser. So the first thing is that the warm laser is more powerful than the cold laser. The second thing is, with more power, the warm laser can penetrate deeper into the body. So if it's a specific joint, such as the knee or the shoulder, we can get deep into that joint. Let's say it's a disc in the lower back or the neck. That laser will go about 6 to 8 inches deep. So it can get very deep, help coat the nerve, the joint, the ligaments, the muscles, the tendons, all the surrounding anatomy there. The cold laser is really good for more superficial, soft tissue injuries. The warm laser is great for not only the superficial but the deep, soft tissue and hard tissue injuries. So that's a great complement to the chiropractic adjustments. If you'd like more information about the warm laser, I'm going to include a handout in the tools and resource box off to the side here. So make sure you download that and look at that. And if you have questions about it and how you may benefit from it, then please reach out and ask me privately. Well, take a look at the clock. It's 1 o'clock. I want to be honoring our time here. I want to thank those that tuned in this week. I really appreciate you taking time to tune in. Remember, this is a resource put together for you. It's an opportunity to ask questions, get answers. The other thing is to share information. I've been involved in many masterminds over the years, learning from others. And then when I always hear a question from somebody else and the teacher is explaining the answer, or the trainer or the coach, I always get something from it. So by hearing what other people's questions are, you're going to learn. And that's going to spark questions for you, and then you're going to ask questions, and we all learn as a tribe. Together, we accomplish more. So we're here to support you in any way that we can, in the office and outside of the office. So whatever you need, encouragement, positivity, hope, focus, That's what this is all about. So on this page, which you can be doing in between our live Q&A, drop questions on the page. Thanks for the thumbs up right there. I appreciate that. I can't see exactly who that is, but thanks for joining us. Drop questions on this page, and then myself, Dr. Travis, will hop on, we'll answer it in between, or we'll bring it up to the next live Q&A. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. It's an honor to serve you. I'm very grateful for this opportunity. Remember, right here is that I crack people up, Dr. Travis and I. Remember, for you and your families, health and wellness, we've got your back. Go make it a great day. See you soon.